Hello and welcome. And today our question is, how long does it take for positive affirmations to work? And we have tackled this in a very scientific way. So I have this all on slides so you can see the actual scientific calculations that come down to the exact length of time it takes for an positive affirmation to start working. Okay, so before we get started, I have two things I want to talk about. Number one, as I have done one Q&A on affirmations, it's your 5 most asked questions about affirmations answered. And I will put that link down below in the show notes so that you can go and read more about what an affirmation is, what it's supposed to do, and so on, and see what the most asked questions are about affirmations. Now, I didn't tackle this affirmation to begin with, so we're going to tackle that today. Now, my name is Nick Grimshaw, if you've never met me before, and what I do is I help people seeking to live an inspired life how to use the tools of affirmation, gratitude, mindfulness, and meditation to achieve that life of inspiration, the life of joy, gratitude, a life of reward, purpose, happiness. That's what I do. Now, today we're going to answer this question, and we're going to do it through a slide share presentation because it was just easier for me to present the scientific information on slides. It's easier for everybody to follow along. So bear with me as I get over to my slide share screen. And there we are. Okay, so the question is, how long does it take for affirmations to work? And we're going to be working on answering that today. So the first thing is that there are a heck of a lot of factors involved in figuring out how long it's going to take us to start to see the results of using positive affirmations. And it really depends on, because the question is almost like a trick question, because when we ask that question, it's our modern mentality of having quick fixes that's at work here, and it wants a quick solution. It wants to hear 30 days or 45 days or something like that. We all know that to change a habit, we need about 66 days at the current calculation to change a habit. But when we answer that question, are we thinking about how many negative affirmations have we made in our entire lifetime that we're going to have to counterbalance with affirmations? Okay, so I do have a precise mathematical answer. You may not like it. And just one warning that these calculations have not yet been peer reviewed for total accuracy. I want you to keep that in mind. Okay, so Formula 1. This is the first place we're going to start. How old are you? And you go, what the hell does that have to do with how long it's going to take for affirmations to work? Well, it has a big impact, because how long have you been giving or saying negative affirmations about yourself? So through this whole process, we're going to be overly generous in our calculations. So if you're 45 right now and you had a relatively mild, benign childhood, then we're going to give you a grace of 10 years. So if you're 45, you can take 10 years off, and we're going to work with the 35 years of your negative behaviors, your negative affirmations, because any affirmation can be positive or negative, and mostly unconsciously we make negative affirmations. So you can see the math right there. If you're 45, you take your 10 grace years off, you're looking at 35 years. So whatever your age is, you can apply to this formula. Okay, now our next calculation, I don't know whether that's getting in the way because I can't see my own screen. Let's see if I can move that up. Okay. Calculation 2. How many negative affirmations did you make each day? Because it's important. We need to know what weight factor we're working with when we're talking about your negative affirmations. So how many have you made in your lifetime each day? How many? We're trying to narrow it down to how many you would make a day. And again, because science has no way to accurately measure how many times you use a negative affirmation in a day, we're going to go with one. We're sticking to one as our formula. So you made one negative affirmation a day about one particular subject. This is important because you could have 10, 11, 12, 13 negative affirmations a day about different things about yourself. Okay, so we're just going to take one. Okay, so that's 365 days times 1 equals 365 negative affirmations on one subject each year. What is going on here? We want to go on. Sorry, guys. There we go. Calculation number 3. This is straightforward multiplication. It's if you have 35 after you take off your 10 years of grace times 365 numbers of day in a year, that's 12,775 negative affirmations in your lifetime. And I want you to sit with that for a minute and think about that. 12,775 times you have made a negative affirmation about yourself on a particular subject. It could be, Nick, you're never going to learn how to do that. Nick, you're terrible with numbers. Nick, you're this, right? These are all affirmations in the negative. Okay, so we're looking at 12,775 negative that we have to balance with positive affirmations. It doesn't look too good right now, does it? But relax. So, as our first hypothesis, if negative affirmations and positive affirmations carry the same weight, then using our example we just showed you, you would need to say 12,775 positive affirmations on that one subject to create a balanced mindset, okay? But suppose you're going to be a little more diligent with your affirmations and you're going to do 3 a day. Now what happens? Okay, here's our calculation. 3 times 365 is 1,095 affirmations per year, positive affirmations. So how long before you achieve that parity? 12,775 negative affirmations, and you divide it with how many you're going to say each year, 1,095. We're looking at 11.6 years before you reach parity, before you reach that balance, that magical place where you're about to go over the tipping point. But there's good news. Hang on. Recent studies have shown that unintentional, unconscious negative affirmations are not as effective as intentional, conscious, positive affirmations. Positive intentional affirmations are, according to the latest science, which, warning, have not yet been peer-reviewed, are 7 times more powerful. So let's revisit our calculations. Okay. So if your intentional positive affirmations are 7 times more powerful, then your yearly total of 1,095 positive affirmations are equivalent to 7,665 positive affirmations in a year. If we increase the number of positive intentional affirmations to 5 a day from 3, then we have the magic happens. We have 365 times 5 is 12,775 positive affirmations in 1 year, which is equal to a lifetime of negative affirmations on one subject. Let that sink in. So we can do it in a year. Still not a great answer, is it? So we want instant solutions. We don't want to hear that it's going to take us a year of working consistently, doing 5 affirmations a day on that one particular subject to hit our goal. And that's why the question is, it's not honest. It's a trick question. It's not based on finding a real answer, but trying to define something in the Newtonian universe. So what I just showed you is calculations using the Newtonian model of the universe, where A plus B equals C. To go from here to here at 60 miles an hour takes 6 hours, or whatever the calculation is. It's the mechanically calculating universe of Newtonian physics, and it works. That's how we get spaceships to Mars, through all these calculations to get it to Mars to be at the right spot. And you're hitting in very small spot in a very big universe, right, to get there. But we can do it with Newtonian calculations. But we're spiritual beings. A spaceship isn't, but we're spiritual beings. So we can move into the realm of the quantum universe, where all things are possible and exist all at the same time. And if you doubt that that's possible, I highly recommend you read Becoming Supernatural by Dr. Joe Dispenza, because he will clearly outline how this is true. So the real answer to the question is actually another question. How long would you like it to take? Because within your power is the ability to make it happen tomorrow, or in a week, or in 3 months from now, or instantaneously. If you can change your mindset this moment, and you liberate all your limiting beliefs and all your negative affirmations that you've had this lifetime, and just let them go, release them to the universe, then you can be in that space where your affirmations are working right now. Or you can be in a space where after 3 days of practice, they're going to work, or after 45 days of practice, they're going to work. It depends solely on us and our job to be consistently using affirmations every day in our life. And at some point, magically, you will get to that tipping point where you are in a more positive state than a negative one. And it will no longer matter how many negative affirmations you've made in your lifetime. But you have to keep in mind when you ask the first question that you have the baggage that comes with that question. So you can release the baggage and ask, how long would you like it to take? And that's my response to you. Get out your affirmations, your positive affirmations, start using them consistently on a daily basis, and allow the magic to work for you as quickly as it possibly can. Okay, that's it for today. Dream big, live inspired. Hi, Nick Gribshaw here, and welcome to our channel. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, give it a like, comment, and subscribe. Doing those things really help us track better with YouTube. And if you're interested, click the notification button for notification when we upload a new video. Thank you so much for doing that. Have a good day.